Alright, hello everybody. So, just doing some Genshin streaming tonight, and since it's Saturday as well. So we're just going to, let's see, gotta pick up the mail. Gonna go do our commissions and use our resin and so on. We might start doing some of Zan Yun's story quests today, but I haven't made up my mind yet. Alright. First off, yeah, we have all these to do, and the story quest, so there's a lot of them there. But first, let's go take a look at the pigeons. I think I figured out how to drink without having my model going freaky. Or I should say, having a wiggle out. I just have to sit from the side and not have them block my face. Which... wait a second. Draft, where are you? Oh. Now, I was pretty sure he was just up there. I don't want to talk to you, Alan. I want to talk to Draft. Draft? What do you want? What do I want? Pigeons. Yeah, I have not actually gotten the quest with Timmy for these things. I've done the chasing the pigeons off bit, but it's never led into the Timmy quest line where you learn about his dad and, you know, why he's waiting for the pigeons and so on. Never got that one. Which, I did hear that apparently they've put in a... Apparently they've put in a... Go, pigeons, go. A new feature where if you need a quest for an achievement, it will pop up sooner or more frequently. There you go. Yeah. It's kind of funny, if you end up hurting any of the pigeons, even those that I just ran into, Draft will basically be like, oh, you failed, and oh, you pay for my pigeons, and stuff like that. I didn't realize that, and I think I might have I was like, I stopped to look at them, and I accidentally hit, I don't remember if it was E or Q, but I hit one of those and some of the pigeons got fried. I was like, oh gosh, sorry pigeons. And then Draft was like, you killed my pigeons. And I was like, those pigeons that were on the path? You mean the ones after I finished chasing them off? Those were also your pigeons? I was like, whoops.
Time to deliver. Hunters, hold on.
Hello, viewers. Nice to see you. Or at least to see the little number of you up there. Alright. Whoops. gonna have him kind of fly over the lake, and the sound from the statue distracted me, so he just kind of fell in. Yeah, you know, I wish that one,
A bitter pill to swallow.
Cole, mine's the man.
Seize the skies. Skyward, scatter.
The doctor was seen.
oh, great.
Skyward.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor was seen.
Skyward.
Go. Yeah. Most of my characters aren't built yet super well because I just got them, so... And all the characters that I do have built have full friendship bars, so I don't want to waste the friendship points. The only character I have on here that is actually friendship level 10 is Baizu, and that's because I'm, you know, a Baizu main, and yeah. I know sometimes if you're running around Genshin and you see that the thing you're going towards is like...
Mind the side effects.
The thing you're going towards is within 300... Would it be miles or meters? Miles, I guess. Then you could pretty much walk there. I guess it must be meters. But you pretty much walk there. But anything else above that, usually you're going to end up having to go over like a lake or over a mountain range or...
Not now.
Come here, you.
Stars, shine for me. Like light.
Make way for the Adeptus.
I gotta get used to plunging. I don't do it. I'll do it very much. 'Cause I don't have Zhao, so...
Skyward.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Not now.
Up to it, Manzai!
The night is cold. Don't be scared. The doctor was seen.
Yes. Any drops I miss? Oh.
A bitter pill to swallow.
And last one is over this way. And of course.
The tactics. My guiding stars.
Seize the skies!
Mini happy?
A bitter.
The tactics. The night is cold. Cold. Mine to command.
Yeah! Skyward!
Go. I was like, it says there's some scratching stones back there. I was like, what is that? And it's like, it's my kitty. She decided to jump into the laundry basket.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
These up. Do that. Yeah, I gotta do. Actually, we could probably do this. Hey. What's the event? Oh! It's the May Fortune Find You started. Sure picked up those. I still have to finish doing the test runs too. But I still have like 16 days to do those, so. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, what was I doing? Let's see. I think Bean have hers open. Go just. We're here and buy 2 little things for the battle pass. Bean's decoration is just so cool. Basically made this porch for their teapot. So that's very cool. Alright, where's the guy? There he is. Hello. A boar. Let's buy 2 of these. They're cheaper and I don't want to steal their animals. Alright. The next step, I want to go over to here. Gonna go fight Chang Chang's old boss, apparently. I haven't actually gotten to that part in the world quest, but I'm on Twitter, so I saw some spoilers and things. And apparently, we are fighting her old boss. So. What's funny about this is that since I have Baizu on my battle team, we are fighting the boss with her in the first place.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Let my name echo in song!
Settle down. The times beckon.
The doctor was stealing.
A bitter pill to swallow.
This is order. Stabilize.
Showing you praise!
Bow your head.
Mind the side effects.
Time to shine!
Okay, I didn't get him in time. Ah!
The doctor was stealing.
I will have order.
Yoo-hoo!
Settle down.
See. Three there. Yeah, I think. Let me see where I am on her. Because this is the one problem with releasing a character with a new area. You end up going, oh, I have to, I can't pre-farm bosses or, look, popcorn is cute, or leeway specialty or the specialties or anything. You have to just wait till the patch is open, so your character can't be as strong as you want them to be right from the get-go, which, you know, is not that big of a deal. I think when you're like world level 8, it's worse-ish, because it's like when you're world level 1 or 2, you're kind of like, oh, all my characters are weak, or even I think world level 0 or whatever. It's like, oh, all my characters are weak, all the enemies are weak, it's no big deal, and you just kind of go from there. But let's see. But when you're world level 8, you get into kind of a situation where it's like, if your characters aren't strong from the get-go, they can't show off their potential as well. It's kind of like the idea of, like, if, for example, if you were to play a Pokemon game and you're like, oh, I'm on Route 1, okay, all they have here is Pidgeys and Rattatas, and they're like level 2 to 5, you know, guess the Jade has not respawned yet. Ooh, what are those little guys? Ah! A lightning bug, or a loomy bug. Got another one. I think I'm better off just warping back. I'm like, it's like, there's a way back up there? No. I mean, technically I could just climb back up, more or less, but... let's see. But anyway, but it's like with Pokemon, you know, you have Route 1 and it's filled with Pidgeys and Rattatas, and you're like, oh, okay, I can, you know, use my freshly caught Nidoran to fight these Pokemon, no big deal, you know. But then when you're, like, you have those Pokemon and you're on the Victory Road, like, yeah, no, your Pokemon are gonna get their butts handed to them. You gotta train them on a lower level, or a lower leveled route. You know, but like with this, you can't do that because everything is Victory Road now. I don't think they replenish. I think the Jade only replenishes like every 2-ish days. So that makes it even harder to raise my characters. It ends up getting to the point where you're like, a friend who didn't roll for that character, could I come over and steal your stuff? You know, which unfortunately doesn't really work if your friend also rolled for that character, but yeah, it's kind of like, whatever. It's, you know, she could take her time. It's no big deal. I mean, what's the rush, right? It's not like the game's going anywhere. I mean, this is a permanent area.
Solidify!
Shower me with praise!
Silence! Order guide you. Settle down.
Protect you will see me.
Mind the side effects.
Stabilize. Silence. Let the mighty be humble. Bow your head.
You know, one thing I hope that we see before we leave Fontaine to go to Natland, I hope we see like a picture or a drawing or a mural or something of what Niviolette looked like as a dragon. Like, a lot of people make up fan, you know, pictures and stuff, but we don't know what he canonically looked like before he died and then was reborn like this. So I think it would be cool to see that. All right, let's see. There might be some over here. Let's go check.
A bitter pill to swallow.
not. How do we do this? Whoosh. There's 58 of these? Wow. Ah, no. We want in the thing. Thank you. There we go.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang, behave.
There's the question of how to get this one unlocked. There's no enemies. And no puzzles I can see. Oh, maybe it's a story quest thing. It reminds me when I was first started exploring Sumeru. I walked into Sumeru, and the map was telling me things like, "Oh, there's a Dendroculus here, or there's a chest here, or there's a this here, or that here," and I'd be like, "Great," and then I'd walk over, and I wouldn't be able to get the thing because it was blocked basically by a wall that would only open once you were doing some of the world quests. Which one of these sheep? These sheep, join my teapot. No? So here I am standing on the outside going, "Let me in! Let me in!" and not realizing that, oh wait, I just have to go through the world quest with the cute little oh gosh, what are they called? I forgot. Oh. The little plant mushroom guys. But not the monsters, the Aranara, that's what they are, the Aranara. Alright, I want that chest.
This is order. Solidify.
Don't worry, once you respawn, I'll leave you alone.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Valley Residence total focus. It kind of looks like a wall. Oh, it's a house. Like a little house there. Yeah, I will admit, I think Chenyu Vale is like Leeway 2.0. I mean, regular Leeway is fine as well, you know, of course, but you can kind of see how it's 1.1 or 1.0-ish. Like they just had started out and everything, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think it still holds up. But you could just see kind of how far they've come in 3 years. Just like looking at this place and looking at the mountains and looking at the buildings and just like, look at all the detail and how beautiful it is. I saw somebody's post. I thought this was kind of cool. They said if they put a crafting bench and Catherine here, I would in Chenyu Vale, I would just move here. I never leave. They said. Oops. Which I'm hoping they'll start. They'll put some. Whatchamacallit? They'll put some commissions in Chenyu Vale. Because I think that would be really cool. Okay. I know what that does. I have to go back and read all the... Oh, whatchamacallit, the tutorials for this, for all the new puzzles they put in.
Worth the extra mile.
But we'll get there. Oh, I haven't unlocked that one yet. We're there. Hello.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Gather.
Strike a pose!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Right. Yeah, the one problem with,
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
or I should say uniqueness with Farina's little hydro helpers is that if there is a cooking pot nearby, they will go after that cooking pot. And so you have to basically switch them to the healer, so or the little healing Oceanid, so that they don't basically keep attacking it and drain your HP. I think they only drain your HP to half, but... Aww. Look at that, this is a twofer. That's so sweet. I wonder where the second one is. I could probably... As it is that away. Oh, there he is. Come on, you. Let's go home. And they're together again. Isn't that cute?
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
It kind of reminds me of, what is that guy's name? The childish Jang character, where he's an adult, but he has a mental disability, and so he still thinks like a child, and both of his parents are gone, and you actually find Seelies that are kind of like died in where his parents died, and you can lead them back to the house so that they go back to their Seelie courts. It's kind of like that, but at least that one doesn't seem to be quite as sad, I guess. Unless I'm missing something. Desolate Foothill Shrines. That is very pretty. Oh, yeah, it's this direction. The only problem with that picture we just took was that in the picture it still has the, I guess you call it a citadel. But in Fontaine, once you basically do part of a world quest, that citadel sinks. So you don't have it on the horizon anymore. Which I think is a little bit of a shame because I like seeing that giant tower there. I think there's like certain things that are like, they're nice when you fix them in Genshin. Like, for example, the tree over there. You are able to fix the sacred sakura and it gets rid of the poisonous purple water. Or I guess you could say electrified purple water. And so on. But then there's others that are kind of like, you stop them, but you kind of wish you hadn't. Like, I know in Sumeru, be over here, where right here, this one, King Desseret's Mausoleum, there is this really cool golden sandstorm that's coming out of the top, and it's like, it's really pretty, especially at night. But once you kind of finish that world quest, it goes away, and there's no way to turn it back on. So the only way you can see it again is if like you start up like a new game and then just travel around and just use that game for like picture taking or something, because and just never do any world quests because you don't want to turn it off. Okay, hang on. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, let's go that way. I was thinking to myself, no, those aren't Jade. Those are just... Got Jade on the brain. Like, where's the Jade? Where's the Jade? I need those things. I will say, there is also a lot of very nice rock deposits around here.
Stabilize.
Mind the side effects.
Nebula has so much HP. There you go. Yeah, he actually has less HP than Baizu, but he takes more heal, or more HP to require to heal because he drains his so quickly.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Order guide you. Solidify.
The doctor will see you.
Bow your head.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Stabilize.
Let my name echo in song.
Silence.
Mind the side effects.
I will have order.
Shower me with praise.
Settle down. The time's beckoning. Bow your head.
Yeah. My Nebulette can actually do a lot more damage than that, but because that thing is a Hydro, I think it does have some resistance.
The doctor will see you now.
Luckily, it's not immunity. The immunity can cause a lot of problems, but using my Farina and my Nivulet against the thing just powering through ends up making the fight pretty much fairly easy and quick and can't think of the word. Forward, I guess. It's quick and forward, basically. That unlike because I tried to use before, like, to do what it said, like, oh, freeze it and then melt it and stuff, and it's like my Nivula and Frina got it done faster. I was gonna say, I'm like, okay, where's the last four? I know a lot of times they're supposed to be in a pattern and everything, so.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang Shang, behave.
Oh, and we got another house. Very nice. Yeah, there are some big buildings in Chenyu Vale. I was putting a few down in my teapot that I had picked up, and one of them is like this giant watchtower / lighthouse, and oh my gosh, that thing is mega huge. It's very beautiful and it's really cool, but it's also super mega huge. I mean, I put it in my teapot and it like dwarfed every other building I had in there, including the mansion. I was like, wow. That is impressive. Gotta keep our eye out for any possible Jade. Because I think, let me check. Yeah, she needs 4 more to go up a level. But she's getting there. Slowly but surely. We have to wait a few minutes for the resin to get back up to 40 before we fight the boss again. So we'll just wander around for a little bit. And look for some loose jade, I guess. Oh, this is kind of a newish area too. I believe last time it sort of cut off, like, right in this area, I think. So that's new. I don't know if there's anything really over there, but... over here and get this chest and then,
A
hello.
bitter pill to swallow.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Strike a pose!
Settle down.
Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you.
This is order. Gather.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
You know, before I said to that one, what are those guys called? Suani? Suani? Yeah, oh. Yuanwen? Beast? Well, these guys. I had to fight one for a chest, and I was like, it's okay, I won't fight you again. You know, you can go ahead and respawn tomorrow, and it'll be fine. But
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
I say that, but then we're probably going to get to an instance where it's going to be like, oh, yes, we have this new character, and they need the drops from that guy. And then I'll be like, oh, here we go. It's the same thing that happened when Nivulette was going to come out. And they were like, oh, he needs the little pearl drops from the underwater creatures. And so I was like, okay, you know, I didn't want to really fight them because they're so cute and everything. And so they're all like really super cute. And but then I fought a whole bunch of them. I got enough for him. He got up to level 90. His talents are like, I think level 10s now. And I was like, okay, good. He's good. He's done. I never have to fight those little cute little guys again. Well, then Navia came out, and they're like, Navia needs those things too. And I was like, forgive me, cute little sea creatures. I don't want to fight you. It doesn't really seem to be a lot in this little intermediate area. But I think it's definitely Sumeru here. Look how pretty this is, though. Genshin's always been a really pretty game. In a way, it feels kind of weird to be here because they talked about Chenyu Vale quite a bit for a little while, and for the longest time, these mountains were as far as you could go in this direction, and now it's just like, hey, I'm actually walking on the ground on the other side. I saw a post before where they were talking about how somebody said, "Oh, by the way, the geocompass does work in Chenyu Vale." And you know, when you first think about it, you're kind of like, "Oh, well, you know, it's leeway, right? Of course it does." But then you kind of start thinking about it, like, well, you know, that's not necessarily a common thought because Chenyu Vale seems like such a new place compared to the, you know, basically, I guess, main area of leeway, that you might not even think about it. I see a glowing chest over there. Hello.
Bitter pill to swallow.
How brilliant!
Silence!
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Oh, kind of the other funny thing too about Freena's little hydro creatures is that, you know, if you have them out and they start attacking the teapot, you have to switch over to the healing Oceanid, and it's kind of like, down, you guys, down! Stop attacking the cooking pot. Thing is, it wouldn't be so bad that they were attacking the cooking pot, except that they drain your HP when they're attacking stuff. So you just run into these issues. But even saying that, I mean, Furina is definitely a super good unit. Even if you weren't going to use her to fight, you know, she's still super useful. I mean, she can literally walk on water, and it's not just like, oh, she's only walking on water in Fontaine. No, she can walk on water everywhere, so you're like, you never have to worry about drowning again. As long as you have her out.
I will have order. Solidify.
Not to mention, having her on your team is like having 3 extra Hydro characters. Because you got these little guys, and she doesn't even have to be, you know, on the field.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items
Sonic
into your
Reverberation. You know, she doesn't even have to be on the field in order for those little guys to attack. Oops. Guess we're gonna swim. Take it over my E skill. There you go.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy.
Cake. Extra slice of joy. Oh, no! Ah! My finger moved down. I was hitting the wrong button. Oops.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
Yeah, to be honest, I would suggest to not rush when a new area comes out. Like, don't rush to like collect up all the chests and stuff like that. As long as it's not like the summer event where the thing's gonna go away at the end. In that case, it's like, no, you have a summer event piece that's gonna go away. You know, go. You know, go get that stuff. But for everything else, you know, you shouldn't rush it too fast or too hard, because then you end up running into problems where you're like, okay, now I have nothing to do. I mean, I know there's people who are going to, you know...
It's pouring out here. Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they?
Oh, she just always sounds so worried about that. This way.
Stabilize. Silence.
Mind the side effects.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang, behave.
We got another very nice house. We'll come back for that a little bit later. Really, as I was saying, I was like, I know that there's going to be people who... Hey, come back here, you. They'll rush through a thing because that's what they, you know, how they enjoy things, and that's perfectly okay and stuff. It's kind of just the point of, you know, if you rush through it, don't complain when there's nothing to do, because it's like you just rush through it. That's the whole point. That would be like rushing through reading a book and then complaining that the book was too short. And it's like, you know, 500-page book or something. Alright, how are we doing on resin? I need 2 more. Let's see. Like, this area it just seems so fresh. You know, like a nice fresh breeze. Ah!
The duck you will see.
Oh, wait, you dudes. Oh, wait.
This is order. Gather.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
I can't believe he's got a finders keepers rule. Like, that's technical. Well, I guess he does say abandoned property.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Guess this hasn't replenished it either. I mean, he does say abandoned property, but that brings up the question of how do you know it's abandoned?
Damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions, if possible.
Yeah, I think the Jade was in here, but like I said, it takes a while for these things to respawn, so...
The weather is damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions, if possible.
There's like apparently 71 of them on this map, but it's hard to find which ones you haven't picked up and have picked up. Let's see. Nothing on that turtle. I wonder if the other turtles have anything on them. Oops.
The weather is damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions.
I know, it's raining a lot.
Present.
Yeah, this turtle is cool. He, you actually get him by going over there, and there's like a little sign saying, oh, if you put in raw meat, and if you put in raw meat, he appears. And he's got jade all on his back that you can harvest, and it replenishes. So you can just come and, you know, help him get it off, and then hang out with the giant turtle. It's kind of neat, too, because he moves around. Because, let's see, I found him on the 31st, and then the next day he was in the water, and then the next day after that he was on the beach over here, and now he's back in the water again. So he kind of moves around. I think some of these turtles get the jade on them and some don't. Like these three haven't had jade on them at all, but that guy did. So, but I just remembered where we could probably get some jade. There is a guy who sells jade right here. We can go over here.
The sun feels old.
And we can buy 5 jades from him, which should be enough to ascend Our Lady. Oh my gosh. I didn't even buy it yesterday and it's still sold out. Holy cow, I'm not having a good day with this. Oh well. Honestly, I wish that you could have like the interactive map, and it would like sync with your game and then tell you, you know, where these things were and where they weren't. So you could like it will help you figure out which ones you'd already picked up and not, and so far. So. Like you'd click on it, it'd be like, oh, here's some, or oh, there's some. But no, it doesn't do that. Please let me go into my teapot before I forget. Oh. Oh yeah, I could. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it'll replenish tomorrow. I'm just kind of like, you know, where is it all? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up 71 pieces yesterday, so there has to be some somewhere, but it's just not available today.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive.
Also, hi broski. Nice to see you again. That. Look at all these cool houses. Some of these I ran out of wood. I think I might have... No, I actually have not used all that. One of these. We got 3 nice houses there. Do that.
If you ever have any questions...
Yeah, now that Dan Yoon has been out for a little bit, I probably could look up guides for her and like, oh, what's the best weapon for her and what's the best this and that, because before they come out, you really can't find any. Not ones that are actually like posted on websites or anything. Almost there, so 3 minutes and we can fight the boss again. I am warped. Whoop! Ah! It's like, no, Baizu, do not throw yourself off the mountain. Thank you. Scared me. Like, I clicked and he decided to yeet himself off the platform. But I warped there and I was like, wait, am I in some sort of domain? For a brief second, my brain kind of was like, wait a minute. Maybe it was up there? I don't remember where this Jade was supposed to be.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Shower me with praise!
Settle down. Let the mighty be humble.
Whoops!
Mind the side
Not
effects.
die.
Order guide you.
Ah, nope. Wait. There I go. What? Oh, dear.
Solidify.
The doctor will see you.
Bow your head. Risk is low, but it poses no threat to me.
Ah!
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
I will have order.
There's some foreboding music in the background.
Settle down.
bit of a rush. That music was very big and dramatic, though. Kinda liked it.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Alright, good. We're at 40, so we can go back here. Broski, have you finished, Zanyun's quest? I was thinking about starting it, but I don't want to spoil if you haven't. Oh, not yet? Okay.
The doctor will see.
This is order. Gather.
Showing you praise!
Mind the side effects.
Time to shine!
The doctor will see.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Strike a pose!
Be sanctified. Silence.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, no, it's okay. I want you to stick around. Besides, I meant to actually more do it this morning, and now it's getting kind of late here, so kind of tired. So, but I wanted to stream today, so I think I've said so like 4 times in that sentence. So I guess we could do the requests and the bounties. Let's go down here. Yeah, I think it's like the Mondstadt and the leeway requests are easier to do because they're usually just, oh, give people stuff. While the Inazuman, Sumeru, and Fontaine bounties are easier to do because they're just go to where the bounty is, kick its butt, come back. In comparison with the requests, the for the places other than Mondstadt and Leeway usually have some sort of, oh, go fight this thing mixed in, and sometimes they can be kind of tough. And then for Mondstadt and Leeway with the bounties, they have you do this whole like mystery, find the thing within 10 minutes, you know, track it down, and like you end up finding information that you already have, you know.
How relaxing.
Not to mention, if you do the requests here, you can get ones from Gwei. And sweet flowers, sausages, and what's he want now? 3 bowls of rash veggie soup. Yeah. This, on one hand, I'm not annoyed. I'm just kind of like, dude, can't you make your own food? But on the other hand, it's like this poor man has been sitting at the same food cart for over 3 years. Wait, I have some. Yep, I do.
Try something new at the ramen restaurant.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
And this,
Iron stomachs.
yeah, the suey and tasty chop suey. He is dedicated. He is. It's kind of interesting too. This Frecky, her vocal output doesn't match her speech bubble, because she says, "Wow, Leeway's got a lot going for it." Like, oh, that's positive.
Wow.
And then, yeah, here.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
And yet it says, "Leeway, you disappoint me." Like,
When on the
it doesn't
road,
match up.
One should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
It's like, it doesn't match up, and it hasn't for years. So I don't know who messed that up. Yeah, Lantern Right's gonna start in 2 days, I think. I think it's supposed to start on the 5th. And this area always looks so beautiful. They put up all these cool lanterns. Apparently, from what we saw from the stream, the lantern is gonna look like the Geo Yaksha, which some people I think say it's like, oh, it's supposed to be Rex Lapis with a mask, but it looks very similar to the Geo Yaksha, which I have to say, those 4 other Yakshas, their designs are so cool, and I can see like the purple Yaksha, the Electro one with the 4 arms. Like, I can see him not being playable because he's got like 4 arms, and they don't have a model for that. But the others would have been really cool if they had been playable. I remember when they're.
So many medicine. Please show me
I remember when they their designs were first shown. It was kind of interesting because there were people who saw their designs and were like, "Oh my gosh, those designs are so cool." And they were so frustrated that the characters were already deceased. So they were like, "We're never going to get them as playable characters." And they were so upset about it that they started bashing poor Zhao. They're like, "Why do we get the little green emo one?" And people were like, "Wait a minute, are we really picking on Zhao because he lived?" And everybody was like, "Well, we're frustrated." It was actually kind of funny. Here is your messages, sir. Thank you. We got some more up. Yeah. One thing I kind of wish that they had at Wangshu Inn is they have some doors. Like, you wouldn't even have to go anywhere. Yeah, Zhao's the last one. It's true. He's the last. He's the only one to survive. Poor Zhao. But I think it would be nice if they had like, even just like a painted-on door, because like this is an inn, but like there's no inn rooms. You know, like you have the kitchen, you have like, you know, little mini eating area, you have the lobby. And then you go up here and it's just like stairs to balconies, but no actual rooms. I mean, technically this kind of seems more like a restaurant than an inn. Because, am I going the right way? Because when you go down here, you find like tons and tons of tables. Guard for hire. Oh, look, she's got one of the, those black swords. Yeah, apparently there is a... You can get a black sword so you can actually finally refine. Where is it? Yeah, it's only a 3-star sword. It's this one. It's the Dark Iron Sword. That you end up getting this sword from a guy in Leeway Harbor where he's... is a front for the vigilantes. Yeah, that is true. That it's kind of like all the other adepti have, you know, mountain tops to live on, and Zhao lives on top of an inn. Which is kind of interesting considering how much he talks about how, like, oh, I can't be around people because my karma will hurt them and so on, which is true. You know, he does end up having kind of a negative energy that could probably hurt regular people. But it's sort of funny that's like, if you're so worried about it, why are you living on the top of an inn and not on the mountains? But I'm sure he's like really lonely, so that's why. He's just like, I want to be near somebody. That's why he's such a good guy. Alright. So we got that. Figure out what to do. Let's go and unlock that last waypoint. Yeah. This is one of those situations where it's like, if you didn't get Baizu before and didn't raise him, it's like, do so now. Or when his next rerun is, because this place is like almost like Baizu raising heaven. There's like so much violet grass around, and the whole area just matches him so well. I think I might have just missed the waypoint. It's saying go down, but I'm so far up here. I'll just go up to the top just to check it out. Oh. Oh, let's see. Alright, well, I'm sure they gotta go somewhere here. There? No. There? Ah, okay. I'm gonna say this one probably wants to look at. Oops. There you go. Hit the wrong button. There you go.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
It is gonna go up there, right? It would be really ironic if I was like, I did that whole thing to get up to that little blue, was it Carpoculus? And it didn't do that. But it's like, look at the beautiful scenery! You really can see it all from here too, can't you? This is like, okay, Fontaine's over there. Sumeru's over there. Leeway, main Leeway, is over there. And over there is Mondstadt. The only thing you can't see from here, I think, is Inazuma. What direction would be what is it would be in? That away. Maybe like that, right? Yeah, more or less. I think the clouds end up blocking the view a little bit, and also, I mean, Teyvat is pretty flat, but I believe even it has some curve or whatever. I know it's one of the interesting things that some people say things like, "Oh, once we find the traveler sibling, the game will be over," and so on. And it ends up being like, not really, because the Teyvat chapter is just chapter 1. So this game could go on for a long, long time. And I mean, it makes sense too, because it is here. Oh. There you go. The little elevators.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
Oh. Because I mean, it's like, we're in Fontaine now. Natland is gonna come after the summer, because it always does. Then we're gonna have basically a year of Natland. And then in 2025, we're going to have Shaznia. And then in 2026...
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
I'm going to assume we'll be doing something along the lines of connecting with Celestia and the Abyss and so on. As long as it's an actual, like, place we're going to and not just kind of like, oh, we're just sort of squishing it in to, you know, random spots. It's just so neat. So that's still, you know, like 2027, so that's like another 3 years. So. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I mean, we're not gonna get Natland until after the summer event because that's how they always do it. So it's like we have this one right now, and then we're gonna have 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, maybe, and then I think maybe 4.8, and then 5.0. It gets different because sometimes they go to like I think, what was it, when they went to Inazuma, they went to 1.6, and then 1.7 was basically 2.0, and we just went right into Inazuma. Although I think with the rest of them, we've had like the number 0.7, and then the number 0.8 was like the summer event. And then with that, once we did that, then we jumped to the next number 0.0. So. I don't know. It's all assuming on like patterns and what MiHoYo decides to do and so on and so forth. So. More sheep. Yeah, I know it was kind of funny when they first started putting out the remarkable chests.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
They first started with, let's see, it was this island, Surumi Island. That's when the remarkable chests first showed up, and everybody was calling it IKEA Island. Because they were like, it's the island of furniture. Which I think is really funny. Of course, it also was like covered in fog and had ghosts and child sacrifice, so it was like some people call this IKEA Island, and I'm like, nah, this is Silent Hill. This is like Silent Hill Island. I mean, it was like IKEA Island too, but... Yeah, I can't 2.0 Evil Edition Island with the Dead People. Yeah. I know it's kind of interesting because when we first go onto that island, one of the NPCs says something along the lines of, oh, they're not real ghosts, they're just, you know, reflections of, you know, or memories connected through the ley lines or whatever. But then you kind of finish the whole thing and you sort of save Rue, and then you have like ghostly figures hovering around with, you know, unfinished business, and that you have to help, or you can help. You don't have to help them, but you can help them. And it's just like, are you guys sure these aren't actual ghosts? Because I mean, we've seen actual ghosts in this game. I mean, we've seen ghosts take over ruin hunters and attack us with them. I mean, Smiley Zhao is terrified by a little ghost girl, and there's one in Chung Yun's hangout. So to like label what's considered a ghost and what's not is kind of like,
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
Yep. And Baizu has still a little bit of that sussiness. Not much. Not much. He's definitely not doctory or anything, thank goodness. But he does definitely has a little tiny bit of that sussiness. Which, I mean, makes sense. I mean, he's basically working on creating immortality, and he's gotten pretty close. I did his story quest, and Broski, have you done his story quest? I don't want to spoil it for you. I think I just took the long route.
The life of an adventurer certainly isn't easy.
I think I was supposed to take that little bubble and then fly through the jet streams. I just ran. I still made it, but I was just like, whoops. All right.
The doctor will see you now.
To be honest, I'm not trying to.
Solidify.
Strike a pose!
Get all the chests, but it's like, hey, these guys are attacking me, so I might as well, I guess.
Let the record show that I verbally consent.
Right. Down, you guys, down. Let's see, it's about drive. Oh, is that, oh, is that from a song? Oh, yeah. Pretty good one. Whoops. I guess this is a quest. Who is this boss man you speak of? Boss man, I told you you'd kill over with fright. It's for your own good, pal. Leave well alone that you shouldn't mess with. Oh, there. We're just the doormen. See. Oh. Okay. I guess we'll come back later. I just figured they were regular mobs. I was just like, okay, I'll just fly over their head and their heads, and if they argo me, I'll deal with them in a minute. But no, they're just like, stop, halt. Alright. What is going on here?
Mind the side effects.
Golly, another quest, but
How brilliant!
luckily this poor guy just getting harassed. Sorry, dude. Oh, there he goes. He's trying to all be like, oh yes, I'm going to run away. And he got stuck. Oh. This warehouse notice. This cave is being used as a temporary warehouse. Please do not store any items here unless they are of great mercantile value. Uh-oh. Well, this is probably going to be important later, so I'll put a big, doodad there. Let's see. I want to check out the interactive map real quick. Oh, shucks. I had my Discord, Lily Harry sent me followed me on Twitch, and I saw her thing for Discord, and I've been bothered by people just trying to sell art. So I thought to myself, oh, it's probably just another one of those people, and I didn't know who she was. So I kind of like ignored her friend request, and I feel bad. Come on, Hoya Lab, work. No, you can do it. Alright, local specialties, rocks. Oh, there's some on the turtles.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Solidify.
Nice. I think that might have been enough to level up or up. The poor turtles go. Go, turtles, be free! I guess I could. Since I'm standing right here. And I just fought those hilly churls, and they'll, if I don't do something about it, they'll just respawn tomorrow, so might as well get the thing now.
More companions! Hooray!
Alright. Excuse me. You know, it's kind of funny. Okay, it looks like it's holding, so I don't have to worry about rushing. And I think the other one was... Well, there was one over here, but there was one that was somewhere high. Kind of interesting story with Yoimiya. When Inazuma came out, I had plans. It was you had Kazuha came out first, and then Inazuma proper came out, and they had Ayaka and they had Yoimiya in the same patch. And I only kind of had enough to roll for one of them, so I was thinking like, oh, I'll roll for where is... Oh, there, it's up there. I'll roll for Yoimiya. Well, then I went and I did Ayaka's story quest, and she was so, like, you know, oh, you know, it would be so nice to come with you, traveler, and explore. Where's the... And so on, and I was just like, and then she did a nice little dance, and I was just like, I can't leave her behind. She deserves to see the world. And so I decided, oh, let me roll a little bit for her. So I did, and it was kind of funny. Her roll...
Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Basically, her rolling for her was the only time I got 2 5-stars in a row. I actually was rolling and the thing turned gold, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it was Diluc, and I was like, okay, Diluc didn't have him but wanted him, so I was like, okay, this is good, or this is okay. So I got Diluc, and then I think it was like I got a Yanfei, which I don't think I had either. So that was good. And then there was a weapon, and then suddenly Ayaka appeared in the same temple as Diluc and Yanfei. So I was just like, oh my gosh! You know, so I ended up getting Ayaka. After that, though, I didn't have enough to roll for... Yeah, it is her thanks. But it's like, I was doing her story quest, and she just, like, she said goodbye to me, and she just was walking up the path, and I'm like, the urge to run out after her and grab her hand and say, no, you don't have to go back to that life, you can, you know, let's go explore some more, you know. It was very strong and everything. It's also, she was very cute. It was funny, too, because I hadn't planned on rolling for her. I was sort of like, oh, everybody's going to be rolling for her, you know, it's not going to be special, and so on and so forth. But then I decided, no, I should roll for her. And, but then after I did that, I didn't roll for Yoimiya because, you know, I didn't have enough
are for now, but
fates.
friends are forever.
I didn't have enough fates, and so I think there's some more turtles. There are. Excuse me, turtles. But,
what shall we do?
you know, and Yoimiya was nice and everything, but I had, like, heard stuff about her kit and stuff, and I was kind of like, eh.
Stabilize.
You know, on top of the fact, I think I did do a tent pull for her, but she didn't show up, you know, because, I mean, I used up my luck on the Ayaka banner, I guess. And so I didn't roll for Yoimiya, and then Yoimiya ended up having the bad luck of always showing up next to an Archon, and other than, let's see, I think... I have to check the dates. I didn't get all the Archons on their first banners. I think the only one I got on their first banner was Nahida and Farina, because I had saved up 180. But for Venti, Zhongli, and A, I had to basically wait for their reruns because I had rolled for them and I didn't have enough saved and they didn't come home. So unfortunately for Yoimiya, she shows up and her banner is like right next to all of the Archons. So I had to keep skipping her. And then finally, it was like, okay, I have that Archon, no big deal. Here's Yoimiya, let me roll for her. And I did, and then I started playing with her. I was like, okay, it was like that meme of, was anybody going to tell me that Yoimiya was fun to play, or did I have to figure that out myself? That's the meme. Because she's like, she exudes summer so much. It's actually really, really nice. Alright, let's see. We need 6 of these, I think. Alright. Ha! We can ascend. Yep. We have 2 left over. Alright, and here we go. There we go. Auto add. And we are definitely, I'm pretty sure, gonna need more Mora. But, yeah, we are. Like, whoa. And a lot of Jade, but we'll get there. At least she's up to level 80 now. Yeah, it looks like we only need to fight the boss like twice more, and we should be good with this.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Since we have a blue fate, I think a nice way to maybe end the stream is to do a roll and see what happens. I think the pity's only at 6 because I rolled the 5 I got at the start of the month, so this one should be 6, so it'll probably just be a blue one. But
every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Right. Good advice. And I think I'm in the 50s for pity. So, but let's just do it and see. Yep, I kind of figured. But that's okay. The standard banner really is a chip away at it banner. Yeah, Yomi is for the hardcore gamers, always appearing next to Archons. Yeah, that's true.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Yeah, the one nice thing about this is I have like a whole bunch of star glitter, so if I need to, I can use it on these, and I have quite a few of those saved up. So this is kind of my Pantalone savings though, so I don't want to use this stuff if I don't have to. And I'm not really planning on rolling for Chiori. I want Arslenio, hopefully if she's playable. But thanks to Zanyun coming home pretty early, I have 218, so like that's covering Arslenio. And this isn't even including things like any events or anything like that. I think with Arslenio, we're still gonna have, what would it be? 36 days plus another 40. So 76 days. And if you have Welkin, you can calculate it out for being like basically a pull a day. So that's 76 rolls, which will be good because if it's kind of a situation where I skip Tiori, I get Arslenio, and then we have the last two banners or the last two patches, assuming there's two, and and I think the summer one will probably be like reruns. They won't necessarily have new characters unless they're going to put a Natlan character in there. But either way...
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
Either way, it ends up setting it up for, whatchamacallit? Nice savings for Natland. Because, I mean, I know when Fontaine showed up, and I was like, oh gosh, I want that character. Oh gosh, I want this character. Oh gosh, they look so good. Oh, I forgot to put Hanyu back. I had moved her over here, and she was not supposed to stay in the grass. She is supposed to be over here. I'm gonna probably put her... Yeah, no, it's like error. And not put her there, but hang out here. To be honest, I love this hot spring. It is so nice. Apparently Natlan is supposed to be filled with hot springs. What was it? If you talk to the guy who runs the baths in Inazuma, he says that, oh, Inazuma doesn't have any natural hot springs, but Natlan does. Because Natlan is apparently the place with all the volcanoes. So, it's gonna be neat. I hope we get another, furnishing for like hot tub, hot springs, things that has a Natlan design. I think that would be neat. We have like 2 of them. That'd be cool. But, yeah, let me check. Did I get Gomia? Yeah, I got her around summer. I remember because I was like, oh gosh, it's the summer vibe. She's so summery. I finally can get her without having to fight over the other Archons, and so I picked her up. Let's see, which ones was the first ones I got? Let's see, Venti was... Oh yeah, Venti came home on April Fool's Day, which is very fitting for him. So I got him in 2022. Got Zhongli same year. A came at the end of that year. Where's Nahida? Yeah, I actually got... Yeah, I got Nahida. It was Venti, Zhongli, Nahida, A, and Alfarina. Venti and Zhongli were interesting because what happened is I didn't start playing Genshin right away. I started like 15 days after the game launched because I didn't know anything about it. And what happened was I had rolled on Venti's banner, but he didn't show up, and I was a new player, so I didn't have much savings. So his banner ended, and I didn't get him. And then with Zhongli, I actually did roll on him, but I didn't have enough saved up, so I got to Pity, and I got Mona.
The same as I remember.
Yes. So and so I got Mona instead, and I was bummed. I was like, oh my gosh. And then after that, I rolled on Nahita's banner, and I believe I had my 180 save for Nahita, and she ended up, ended up winning the 50-50 for her. So I had that. I ended up getting A right after I got Scaramouche, because what had happened was I rolled on Scaramouche's banner. He was a jerk. He threw Mona at me and then showed up himself. And I ended up having like 90-ish fates when A's banner dropped, and I won the 50-50 on her. I like to think of it as that I was rolling on Scaramouche's banner. He decided to be a jerk, threw Mona at me. I caught her, and then he came down and laughed at me. And then while he was laughing, A showed up and hit it with his sandal. She's like, what are you doing? Throwing a woman. He's like, Mom! So, this little stinker. But I had him, and so on. So, Zhongli, I actually got Zhongli, I think,
Osmanthus wine tastes
when
the same
Tignari's
as I
banner
remember.
came out.
But where are those?
I had saved 180 for Tignari. I was rolling. I got a Chi-Chi. Then I got him. Then I jumped over to Zhongli's banner. I got a Chi-Chi again.
Osmanthus
Discipline a
wine
kid for
tastes
being
the
rude.
same
Yes,
as I
exactly.
remember.
Exactly.
But where are those?
Got a Chi-Chi again, and then Zhongli showed up at like 19 pity. Like, he decided to take pity on me or something. Like, he's like,
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are the...
okay, Zhongli, stop talking. I love him, but he talks a lot. But anyway, but the whole point was, it was that it was like I had to pass up his banners because I hadn't saved enough and so on and so forth. And like finally at that point, he decided to be nice to me and came home at 19 pity. And I was like, thank you, Zhongli, for being a gentleman and finally showing up. It was kind of funny though too, because I got him and I was so like shocked about finally getting him. I didn't use him right away. I kind of was like, I almost forgot that I had him, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have Zhongli, why don't I have him on my team? And so I put him on there, and he kind of has rarely left. Got you in her super pretty outfit. Oh. But anyway, alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Tomorrow, I'll probably stream a little bit more. I kind of want to do Zanyun's quest before Lantern Rite happens, because I think... let me check. Let's see. Outfits. Okay. Let's see. Linked you outfit. Quest starting at
Death
5th.
and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries
cool
of these
stuff.
laws are?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's like you only have to complete the prologue to do it, but it says complete Archon Quest Chapter 1, Act 3, A New Star Approaches, and Zanyun Story Quest Act 1 first to get the best experience from this event. So I'm going to want to do that. It's here to stay, so he's retiring, yeah. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, and so that we're ready for Lantern Rite. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming and for hanging out with me and chatting. I will see you again, hopefully tomorrow and stuff. Yep, thank you. You too. You too. Rest well. And we'll tackle Zanyun's quest tomorrow. Alright. Gonna go to my nice little ending card. I get to use it. Alright. See you later. Bye.